Everyone is not easy. Everyone is not easy. I personally have mixed emotions about the game itself. But we found a way. We found a way.
What are those mixed emotions?
As a competitor, when you have the ball in your hands at the end of the game, you want to take advantage of it and not give the opposition the opportunity to win the game, tie the game, whatever it is. And I don't look at anybody else but myself. I look in the mirror and I look at myself and I ask myself, what could I have done more to not put the team in this position towards the end of the game? How could I have gotten us in the end zone? I know we had different things that come throughout the game, but that's what it is. What could I have done more to put us in a better position? I feel like in many ways, I feel like I let them down. Just with opportunities we didn't take advantage of, and the ball touching my hands every play. Those are the mixed emotions I have. The other side of it is, we talk about playing together. We talk about having each other's backs. And that's what we had today. The worst feeling about it is, when we walked off the field, when I walked off the field, even towards the end of the game, we kicked the field goal. Dicker made a great play and put this team in a great position. But there's nothing that I can do to affect I can't control what their kicker does. He missed it. Our kicker made ours. I can't control that. But I can control what we do in the second quarter, in the first quarter, when I had a ball in my hands. I can do that. I think we're going to get everybody's best. We're going to play a lot of good football teams this year, and we have to be ready for the challenges ahead. We're a really good football team, and we're still growing. We're still learning, and we haven't played our best yet. So it's just a ton to learn from. I'm hungry and eager to get to that point, but it's a process. Rome wasn't built overnight. And these are the same things that I've said when we were 2-5. Nothing changes. My mindset doesn't change. I personally, honest, I hate hearing 5-0. I don't like to hear it. Because nobody wanted to mention the record when we were 2-5. Nobody wanted to talk about that. So I don't want to hear it now. Can we come in here, control the things we can, attack every day, and just grow and climb? That's what matters, the process. Not anything else. What can we do? So it's a ton to learn from. A lot of respect for their team. And, we got to learn from it, and we will. And we're hungry for it. We're going to enjoy this because winning is not easy. Winning is hard. You earn it every week. We put a lot of work into this every week, and we just want to go out there and play to the standard that we set for ourselves. And it's just the competitive nature we have.
Yeah, Coach Wright always texts me before a road game, said you got to claw, scratch, whatever you need to do to take it out on the end, and that's going to be, and he always says that to me, that's going to build character. I love having Coach Wright as a man. I didn't know him before this. I'm so glad he's an Eagles fan, and so glad he wants to give me his knowledge as a coach. And he said that he's like, man, you guys just dug, clawed, and it's just going to keep building who you are as a football team, and it really does, right? And so you go through that, and those handshakes mean a little bit more in there. We ain't handshaking, we're dapping each other up and all that stuff. But they mean a little bit more. Right? We've worked so hard at connecting, and then you get in there and you go through that, you bleed and sweat and grind together, and they mean a little bit more when you go out, when you win it like that. So it will bring you closer, right? The guy in Chapel yesterday, who was actually, his name's Wade Salem. The guy who did Chapel was actually a guy that my dad had worked with in the past at Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and that's what he talked about. He said, either teams throughout the year are going to come together or they're going to go apart. There's really no in between, right? And this team is continuing to come together because they love each other, right? They like what's happened with Cam. Like you asked me with Cam, they put their arms around him and welcomed him and made a big play when we needed it. And that's what's special about this team. We just got to keep it going. Howie and his staff, right? They I think that what you saw them do is they didn't do the conventional thing of going to a guy that's I don't want to say, they went to a guy that they felt the best about, right? And not necessarily a guy who had experience, but the guy they felt the best about, right? And what an unbelievable thing for Cam, and that he made that kick in the Red River rivalry, and then it happened. He got the better of Jalen and Lane this weekend, but he made that kick, and then he made this huge kick in this game today. And so Howie, man, I can't say enough of how good the relationship is with Howie and the communication that we have back and forth about everything. I love going into his office and just talking about what we're going to do to make this team better in all things, right? Well, hey, what's the first play, Nick? Great. Oh, hey, who are we signing for kicker? Right? It just goes both ways, right? And so, I really value that relationship and look forward to continuing to work with Howie and his staff. Yeah, Jalen's a stud, right? And that's why we spend so much time together, right? To say, hey, here's what we like versus this, here's what we like versus that. And Jalen's a really smart player, and he got us into a great check right there. We were anticipating one certain coverage. It wasn't that coverage. He got us to the correct play, and then stood in the pocket calmly and delivered a huge play to Dallas, who would have been a little bit short. And then Dallas, who is a monster with the ball in his hands. He is a beast with the ball in his hands. And, he went out and he just finished that drive. And, great play by those two guys. Great play by the offensive line because they showed some pressure on that and brought some pressure. And, great protection, great play by Jalen. Great job getting us into a good play and Dallas making the play.